My name is Alex, and I moved to the small, picturesque town of Willowbrook seeking a peaceful life away from the chaos of the city. But behind the idyllic facade, something sinister lurked, mysterious disappearances that had haunted the town for decades. As I delved deeper into the secrets of Willowbrook, I found myself drawn into a chilling tale of darkness and fear. It all began on a foggy autumn evening. I was enjoying a cup of coffee at the local cafe when I overheard a hushed conversation between two residents. They spoke of a recent disappearance, the fifth one in the past 6 months. The townsfolk seemed unnerved, whispering rumors of an ancient curse that plagued Willowbrook. Intrigued, I decided to investigate further. I talked to the locals, and their eyes were filled with a mix of fear and resignation. They spoke of shadowy figures that seemed to stalk the streets at night, preying on unsuspecting victims. Some believed it was the work of an otherworldly force, while others blamed the curse that had supposedly plagued Willowbrook for generations. Curiosity gnawed at me, and I couldn't ignore the haunting tales of the missing. As the days turned into weeks, I became determined to uncover the truth behind the mysterious disappearances that had cast a dark pall over the town. Late one night, unable to resist the pull of the unknown, I decided to venture into the woods, the very place where the last person had vanished without a trace. The forest was cloaked in an eerie silence, and the shadows seemed to dance with an unnatural life. As I ventured deeper into the woods, I felt a strange sensation, as if unseen eyes were watching my every move. Goosebumps prickled on my skin, and a chill settled in my bones. I pressed on, determined to unravel the mystery that had consumed Willowbrook. The night air was thick with an ominous energy, and I stumbled upon an old, weathered journal tucked away beneath a fallen tree. Its pages were filled with cryptic symbols and chilling accounts of encounters with shadowy beings. It spoke of a dark ritual and ancient ceremony that summoned malevolent entities from the depths of the forest. As I read, I felt a presence around me, the sensation of being followed by unseen forces. The journal entries described the ritual as a desperate attempt to appease the spirits of the forest, to protect the town from the curse that had haunted it for centuries. A haunting cry echoed through the trees, and I turned to see a spectral figure, a woman with hollow eyes and a sorrowful expression. She reached out to me, her fingers cold as ice, and I felt a wave of anguish wash over me. "Help us," she whispered, her voice tinged with desperation. "The shadows hunger for more souls. We are trapped in their grasp." Before I could respond, the figure vanished into the darkness, leaving me shaken and bewildered. The journal had spoken of malevolent entities that thrived on human suffering, feeding off the fear and despair of their victims. As I made my way back to town, I couldn't shake the feeling that I was being followed. The shadows seemed to close in around me, their presence suffocating. I quickened my pace, my heart pounding in my chest. As I reached the outskirts of Willowbrook, a sense of relief washed over me. But my relief was short-lived when I noticed a shadowy figure lurking at the edge of the woods, a sinister silhouette watching from the darkness. Fear gripped me, and I ran through the deserted streets, my breaths coming in ragged gasps. The town that had once seemed welcoming now felt like a maze of shadows and secrets. I knew I had to warn the townspeople about the malevolent forces that lurked in the woods. I sought the help of a local historian, Mr. Thompson, who had spent years studying the town's dark history. Mr. Thompson listened to my account with a grave expression. He revealed that Willowbrook had indeed been plagued by the curse of the vanishing shadows. For generations, the curse, he explained, had been brought upon the town by a malevolent sorcerer seeking revenge on the townspeople for driving him out years ago. The only way to break the curse, Mr. Thompson explained, was to confront the malevolent entities head-on and put an end to their reign of terror. I was reluctant to believe in such dark forces, but the haunting encounters I had experienced left me with little choice. Armed with ancient incantations and relics, we ventured into the woods, a small group determined to face the shadows that had claimed so many lives. The air was charged with an oppressive energy, and the forest seemed to come alive with unseen malevolence. As we performed the ritual, the shadows swirled around us, their sinister presence intensifying. The darkness seemed to take on a life of its own, threatening to engulf us in its suffocating embrace. But we pressed on, chanting the incantations and wielding the relics with determination. The shadows hissed and writhed, their grip on the town weakening with each passing moment. Suddenly, a powerful force surged through the forest, a chilling cry that echoed through the night. The shadows retreated, their power broken, and the woods fell silent once more. We had succeeded in breaking the curse, and the haunted town of Willowbrook was finally free from the malevolent entities that had plagued it for generations. As the sun rose on a new day, the townspeople emerged from their homes, their faces filled with relief and gratitude. The shadows that had cast a dark pall over Willowbrook had finally been banished. The experience had taught me a valuable lesson. The mysteries of the supernatural not to be taken lightly. Sometimes, the shadows that haunt our lives are more than just figments of our imagination, and the horrors that lurk in the darkness are very real.